If nothing changes, I think what I'm discovering, which I think is really interesting, as you know, City to City hired me because they were concerned, or the global leaders around the world were concerned about the spiritual and emotional health of their pastors and leaders. And so I'm that resource, and I love my work. And I have the privilege of working with many pastors from all around the world. And one thing that I have noticed that has really struck me, because I counseled for about 22 years before I joined City to City, is the degree of woundedness, the degree of hurts that appear when I'm counseling pastors. And I have come to certain conclusions that children who grow up and are survivors, like if you grow up in a very difficult home, and as a child you end up having to go through a lot of violence, suffering, indifference, being left alone, abandonment, it can be a myriad of things. Well, what does a child have to do? The child has to survive. So it develops survival techniques, and it's just plowing through, and we have young children shepherding or trying to shepherd their parents instead of parents shepherding children. And so these children develop these really, really persevering survival strategies, and they're used to shepherding. They're used to not having someone to take care of them. So when these children, now believe me, there are exceptions. I'm just telling you about a lot of the experiences, a lot of the pastors that I have seen. And so then you grow up and you're used to shepherding, you're used to being a leader, you're used to being the parent-child. So it just feels like a natural fit to go into ministry because you're leading. What do pastors do? They're caring for a flock. And so you just fall right back into the work that you've done ever since you were born. But then, you have all these wounds. You have all these core hurts that some pastors don't even realize the depth of their pain, the depth of their wounds. And so we have pastors that are very skilled, they're leaders, but they have neglected their own wounds. And if we don't take time to grieve our own wounds and have empathy for where we have been hurt, how in the world will we have empathy for others who have been hurt?